Google just let an AI agent build a full-stack, multiplayer, deployed web app in 2 minutes. From one sentence. You know that feeling. You have a brilliant app idea. You sit down, open your laptop, and then you spend the next 2 hours setting up Firebase, writing auth logic, configuring middleware, installing packages. By the time the boring stuff is done, the excitement is gone. That is the old way. Google AI Studio just shipped something that deletes that entire experience. It is called the Antigravity agent. And it is not what you think. It does not just write code. It thinks ahead. It provisions your database before you even ask. It adds login. It deploys your app, all from one text prompt. And here is the part that should make every developer stop scrolling. This entire thing runs on Google's latest Gemini models, and it costs you 0 rupees. Most people think vibe coding means autocomplete on steroids. Wrong. Vibe coding is a completely different mental model. You stop writing every line, you start describing what you want. The AI does the rest. Think of it like this. Earlier, you were the musician. You had to know every instrument, every note, every config file. Now, you are the conductor. You point and say, I want a real-time multiplayer game. And the orchestra builds it. But here is what makes Google's version different from everything else you have seen. The Antigravity agent is not a chatbot that writes code. It is an autonomous agent. It works on your front end and your back end at the same time. Most AI coding tools give you a React component and say, good luck connecting it to a database. Antigravity does not do that. It looks at what you are building and thinks ahead. Building a chat app, it spins up a Firestore database automatically. Need user accounts. It wires in Google sign-in before you even ask. That one word is everything. Proactive. The agent identifies what your app will need, and it builds that infrastructure for you without you writing a single line of backend code. But wait, it gets better. Firebase integration is now built directly into Google AI Studio. No separate console setup, no copying service account keys, no struggling with security rules at 2 a.m. The Antigravity agent handles all of it. It creates your Firestore database. It enables Google Authentication. It configures the rules. It links everything to your project. For Indian developers who have spent hours debugging Firebase auth errors, this is a big deal. And here is the framework situation. It supports Next.js, React, Angular, out of the box. It even auto-installs Shutdown for professional UI components, Framework Motion for animations. You do not have to run a single npm install. Every developer has done this at least once. Pushed a project to GitHub with the API key sitting right there in the code. Google AI Studio now has a built-in secrets manager. You store your Google Maps key, your payment gateway key, any sensitive credential. It goes into the vault. The agent accesses it securely. It never appears in your source code. This is not a small feature. For developers building production apps, this is the difference between a secure product and a data breach. And here is the one that blew my mind. You give the agent a task. You close your browser. You go have chai. You come back. The app is ready. The Antigravity agent runs in the background, fully, even after you close the tab. This is not a local process. It is a cloud agent. It does not stop because your laptop went to sleep. For students and developers managing time across multiple tasks, this changes everything. Assign the task at night. Wake up to a deployed app. But wait, it gets even more wild. Let me show you what this looks like in the real world. Demo 1. The OCR app. A user typed, build me an app to extract text from photos. The agent built the UI, connected the OCR logic, and then, without being asked, it added a download as .txt button on its because it understood what the user would need next. That is proactive AI, not just following instructions, anticipating them. Demo 2. The multiplayer Tic-Tac-Toe game. One prompt. Build me a real-time multiplayer Tic-Tac-Toe game. The agent built the front-end, set up Firebase real-time database for live sync, generated a shareable URL, deployed it. 2 minutes later, 2 browser windows, 2 players, playing a live game on the internet. This was not a prototype. This was a production deployed, real-time multiplayer web app built from one sentence. Let us be honest about the Indian tech ecosystem. We have some of the sharpest developers in the world. But access to fast prototyping tools, cloud credits, and premium dev environments has always been a barrier. Google AI Studio is completely free, runs on the latest Gemini models. No credit card, no cloud bill to worry about at the start. A college student in Pune with a startup idea can now go from concept to a deployed, working prototype in the same afternoon. A freelancer in Chennai can build a client demo in hours instead of days. An indie developer in Hyderabad can validate an app idea before writing a single line of custom code. The only thing standing between you and your first Vibe app is one text prompt. Here is the uncomfortable truth, and I think it is actually exciting. The developer's role is shifting fast. Writing every line of code used to be the job. Now the job is knowing what to build, how to describe it precisely, how to review what the AI produces, how to steer the agent toward the right outcome. The technical foundation still matters. Understanding React, understanding databases, understanding auth flows, all of that still matters. But the execution layer is being abstracted away. The developers who thrive in the next 2 years are the ones who learn to think at a higher level, who can describe a system clearly, who understand the output well enough to catch errors. Vibe coding does not replace skill, it amplifies it. Let me bring it all together. Google AI Studio is free. The Antigravity agent builds your full stack simultaneously. Firebase wires in automatically. Authentication, databases, deployment, all handled. Your API keys are stored securely. The agent keeps working even when your tab is closed. And it supports Next.js, React, and Angular with professional UI libraries out of the box. This is not a future product, this is live, today. The gap between having an idea and having a deployed app just collapsed. Not next year, right now. The question is not whether you should try this. The question is, what are you going to build first? Head to aistudio.google.com right now, open a new project, type your first prompt, and drop your app link in the comments. I want to see what you build. If this video saved you even 1 hour of set time, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second, it helps a lot. Drop your first Vibe app idea in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more videos like this every week, subscribe to the channel, the bell icon too, so you never miss a drop. See you in the next one.